in the One Piece live action, the Arlong Park fight, Luffy versus Arlong, like, I get why they didn't go full clip with Luffy versus Arlong, like Arlong just biting him, Luffy putting Arlong's teeth in his mouth and then chomping. I get it, that's cartoony. That being said, what are they going to do later on in One Piece when it gets real cartoony? If you know, you know. They like the punch off with Arlong and Luffy didn't really hit for me. The destruction of Arlong Park in the live action compared to the anime was just mediocre. The tower getting destroyed, Luffy destroying Nami's prison cell, that doesn't really happen in the live action very well. Man, that bugs me, because that's such a crucial component to what makes Arlong Park hit really hard in the anime. Like, Luffy beating Arlong and then destroying Arlong Park, screaming, "Nami, you'll always be my friend." Everyone else around him just gasping like, "Oh," you know, and Nami sitting there like tearing up. It bugs me that the live action didn't really capture that. Also, the Garp introduction, the reason it bugs me so much because it's so early. I already talked about the fact that Garp's punches shouldn't hurt Luffy, the crew reacting to him hurting Luffy, and Garp telling them there's no defense against Fist of Love. Already talked about that in my previous video. The fact that Luffy's grandfather is the hero of the Marines and his father getting revealed to him and his crew at the same time at the end of Water 7, what, like, the reaction of Kobe, Helmeppo, and the crew and Luffy himself, like, they essentially just kind of like screwed that whole thing up in the live action, and I don't know how they're going to rectify it. I don't understand. The Kobe Luffy introduction in the live action didn't hit as hard. Like, Luffy popping out the barrel and then punching Kobe because I felt like it, and then them beating the crap out of each other in front of the Marines to get Kobe into the Marines. The fact that they took away Don Krieg didn't make sense. Like, why have Mihawk just straight up like murk Don Krieg? Like, the whole reason they showed up at the Baratie was because they got messed up by Mihawk and he was chasing them. They were hungry, they were out of supplies. And then the Baratie arc, the climax of it is Luffy beating Don Krieg, who he shouldn't be able to beat. And then you've got Arlong and gang showing up at the Baratie, and it's like, what is happening right now? These are things that irked the crap out of me in the live action while I was watching it. Like I said before, I like the live action. I don't love it. I'm very confused on how the hell they're gonna pull off late stage One Piece, because I'm assuming it's going to go that far. Like, One Piece is a really popular medium and everyone is like jumping on the bandwagon of loving the live action like to death, like it's the greatest thing that ever happened to One Piece. And it confuses me to no end why everyone is afraid to say anything negative about it. Like, I get there's gonna be haters, that's fine, it is what it is, you know, but like anything any idea that you put out there is subject to criticism, and if you can't handle that, then you probably shouldn't be putting your ideas out there in the first place. But the live action was good. It wasn't great. And I'm nervous about where they're going to go with it in the future. Because everyone talks about an anime adaptation to a manga being bad if they stray from the source material. Oh god, they strayed from the source material. Oh, they left this out, they left that out. The anime's trash because it's not as good as the manga, and like they changed the source material, yet not a soul is like the live action is just okay, even though they changed the source material tremendously. Like they didn't even like slightly alter it. They like strayed down their own path. They changed the character dynamic, the crew dynamic, the whole thing. They just changed a bunch of stuff for no reason. Like Roger's executioner, like his speech, like the whole thing, man, the whole thing. I recommend people watch it, but that's just because I love One Piece and I want people to like One Piece and get into One Piece. And if they're not willing to get into the anime because it's too long, watch the live action. Maybe it'll get you into the anime, and it's a quicker route through East Blue than watching the anime, because East Blue is like, when you first watch it, it's a struggle to get through, and I understand that. I was one of those people. I hated it the first time that I watched it. I would call my best friend and cuss him out every day. Like, dude, this is trash. Why you got me watching this? And then it hit Luffy putting his hat on Nami's head and the walk. And then Nami, you'll always be my friend, and the destruction of Arlong Park. That got me into One Piece. And then you got Alabasta. Starts off slow, but then, my God, it picks up so hard. So if the only way you're going to consume One Piece is the live action, by all means, please watch it. I highly recommend it to people. That being said, as a longtime One Piece fan, manga, anime, to me it's not great. It's just not great. The changes they made are just irksome. They're irksome. Like the Nami Kaya dynamic, the killing of Mary, like the whole thing in Syrup Village irked the ever-loving crap out of me. I don't understand why they would do that. The emphasis, their choice to emphasize certain parts over others doesn't make any sense. The actors are believable as the characters. Like, they look like One Piece, like they look like the One Piece characters as though they came to life. Like, they did great on their makeup. Sanji's hair and his non-curly eyebrows irks the crap out of me. Sanji's one of my favorite characters though, so I'm gonna be biased towards the anime and manga. Like, his hair isn't white. It's like a yellowish color, not white, and it's not curled. His hair isn't wavy. It's straight, borderline bowl cut. The actor playing Sanji did a great job. Love that. Love that he encapsulated the role perfectly. Zoro encapsulated it perfectly. Usopp did better in the live action than the anime. Talked about that in my previous video. Yeah, some of the changes just irritated me. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, why change it? It was good on its own. It didn't need to be changed. If the anime is at fault for anything, it's the animation studio's fault for dragging everything out and making the pacing excruciating for the first portion of One Piece. I mean, the pacing's rough the whole way through, but you get used to it as you watch it. It gets way better the later in One Piece you go, but like the pacing has always been a turnoff for a lot of people. It was for me when I first started watching it. My friend, he kept telling me, just wait, keep watching, just keep watching. Do me a favor, keep watching. And I'm so grateful to him that I did, because it's the best story that I've ever watched or read. Love it. Will continue to preach its praises for the rest of my life. The live action, that I don't know how they're gonna pull off some of the things that they're gonna pull off later on with the early introduction to something like Garp, and then the altering of character introductions and character dynamics. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off the later it goes, and it makes me nervous for the future. I know they're gonna get a bunch of seasons because everyone's trying to be super uber positive about it, so that way they continue the live action. Again, I understand, to get more people into One Piece. I get it. But yeah, just a biased One Piece fan's thoughts on the altering of something sacred.